to stop popping up. Like,
do you know me?
No, I don't know you, and I don't want to. No, I don't know
my face, huh?
know you.
She doing too much, dude.
I don't want to know you.
We don't care, bitch.
So everybody, this is Jasmine.
That's Rashida's job?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, Josh.
Hey, Jasmine, how you doing?
Me and Tiara cool, I ain't gonna lie. I invited her, but I ain't know Tiara was gonna bring Jasmine. Why Jasmine gotta use my party to pop up? Damn, I'm feeling like this is deja vu.
You don't know me?
Do I? Bro, I'm out of here.
I already knew you was gonna do that.
A heated argument, a shocking slap, and millions watching in real time. When Spice lost her cool and slapped Jasmine on live TV, the internet exploded. But what led to this explosive moment? And what does it mean for their already rocky relationship? Stick around because this drama is wilder than anything you've seen before. It was the kind of moment that you just couldn't look away from. 1 minute, Spice and Jasmine were trading barbs in front of the camera, and the next thing you knew, Spice had slapped Jasmine right across the face. The audience's collective gasp was almost audible. The shock and disbelief on the faces of everyone watching, on screen and in the studio, was impossible to ignore. You could feel the tension in the air, the raw emotion pouring out as Spice's frustration boiled over in front of millions of viewers. But how did things escalate so quickly? The setting was like something out of a reality TV fan's worst nightmare, an intense reunion special, where cast members were supposed to clear the air, apologize, and maybe even make amends. But instead of finding any peace, the stage was set for chaos. There had been whispers for weeks about the tension between Spice and Jasmine. They had been at odds for a while, but no one expected things to boil over this dramatically. What started as a heated exchange quickly escalated into a full-on confrontation that no one could have predicted. Spice, known for her fiery personality, snapped, and before anyone could react, her hand struck Jasmine across the face, stunning everyone in the room. Jasmine's eyes went wide with shock. The slap wasn't just physical, it was emotional, raw, and completely unscripted. It was a real moment of frustration from Spice, a boiling point that had clearly been building for a long time. Jasmine, always known for her cool and collected demeanor, was momentarily speechless. She wasn't expecting this, and it was clear that no one in the studio knew how to react. The audience's shock was palpable. The cameras, always ready for drama, caught every second of the aftermath. The host froze, unsure of how to proceed. The air was thick with tension. As for Spice, she stood there, her anger still simmering, a mix of regret and defiance in her eyes. It was clear that this wasn't something she had planned. But in the heat of the moment, she let her emotions take over. Was it the right thing to do? Fans immediately took to social media to voice their opinions. Some defended Spice, saying that she had every right to defend herself after years of frustration, while others were outraged, calling it unacceptable and too far. But amidst all the shock and anger, one thing was clear: this was the moment that would forever change the relationship between Spice and Jasmine. To understand the full weight of what happened, we need to dive into the complicated and often volatile history between Spice and Jasmine. Their relationship was never easy, and this altercation wasn't the first time they clashed. In fact, it wasn't even the first time Spice had lashed out at Jasmine. Spice had been vocal about her disdain for Jasmine in the past, especially regarding her involvement in Rashida and Kirk's personal life. Jasmine had stirred up a lot of trouble over the years, and Spice had been one of the loudest critics. But this incident wasn't just about Jasmine's past behavior. It was about something deeper, something simmering beneath the surface for a long time. Spice had always been the type to speak her mind, no matter the cost, but Jasmine had a way of pushing her buttons like no one else. It wasn't just a difference of opinions, it was personal. Jasmine had, on more than one occasion, crossed a line, and it seemed like Spice had finally reached her breaking point. The years of tension, unresolved conflicts, and personal grievances all came to a head in that one moment on live TV. What made this moment even more intense was the fact that it wasn't just about what was happening in front of the cameras. There were clearly behind-the-scenes events that added fuel to the fire. Reality TV is never as simple as it seems. While we saw the slap unfold on screen, what was happening off-camera was just as important. Was this altercation truly a spontaneous outburst, or was it part of a bigger plan? Could Spice have been pushed into this moment by off-camera drama that viewers weren't privy to? We may never know the full story, but there's no denying that there was something brewing beneath the surface long before that slap. Some fans speculated that the entire thing was staged for ratings. After all, reality TV thrives on drama, and Spice was known for making waves. Maybe the producers saw an opportunity to create a shocking moment that would drive the ratings through the roof. But was this argument and the slap that followed simply a calculated move for attention? Or was it a real, raw moment of frustration that exploded unexpectedly? Spice herself seemed conflicted afterward. Part of her was clearly regretful, but another part of her seemed to relish the chaos. Regardless of the true intentions behind the altercation, the public backlash came swiftly. People were divided. On one hand, there were those who understood Spice's anger, fans who sympathized with the years of built-up resentment. On the other hand, there were those who believed that Spice had crossed a serious line and that no matter what had led to this, violence was never the answer. The backlash was immediate and intense. Fans took to social media, blasting Spice for her actions. There were even calls for the network to take action, to hold Spice accountable for what had happened. Some viewers wanted her to be removed from the show, claiming that her behavior was a bad example for the audience. On the flip side, Jasmine's response to the slap was a spectacle in itself. Jasmine, who had always prided herself on staying calm under pressure, found herself in a difficult position. She could have chosen to retaliate, throwing herself into the drama. But instead, she played the victim. She issued a public statement, expressing her shock and disappointment over what had happened. She tried to garner sympathy, focusing on how she had been wronged and how Spice had crossed the line. Fans were split once again. Some sided with Jasmine, feeling sorry for her, while others criticized her for playing the victim when she had often stirred the pot herself. The internet had a field day with the drama that unfolded on live TV, and social media platforms quickly became a battleground for opinions, memes, and heated debates. Fans from all corners of the internet couldn't stop talking about the slap that had just been delivered, and the fallout from the altercation quickly became one of the most talked about moments in reality TV history. As the shockwaves reverberated across the web, people flooded Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok to express their thoughts on the incident. Some fans couldn't help but laugh, creating memes that poked fun at the entire situation, exaggerating the drama with humor. These memes, some of which even included playful captions, spread like wildfire, becoming viral sensations. Others, however, took to forums and Twitter to argue seriously about the incident, questioning the behavior of the individuals involved. The discourse was polarized. Was Spice justified in her actions, or did Jasmine deserve better treatment? Fans fiercely debated whether Spice's slap was a necessary moment of truth, a way for her to finally stand up to Jasmine, or if it was an out-of-line action that could have been avoided. Was it really the kind of dramatic confrontation that reality TV thrives on, or was it crossing a line? One thing was clear: the drama had no intention of dying down anytime soon. The internet was not ready to move on, and the conversation about the slap continued to dominate discussion online. As the dust began to settle, the question on everyone's mind was what the long-term consequences of this incident would be. Would Spice's career take a hit, or would this moment only solidify her place as one of the most unapologetically bold and fearless figures in reality TV? Spice was known for her no-nonsense attitude, and many fans saw her actions as a necessary and cathartic release of frustration. They rallied behind her, believing that she had done what many had been thinking but didn't have the courage to say. For these fans, the slap symbolized a moment of truth, a moment when Spice refused to hold back and let her feelings be known. Despite the support Spice received from her loyal fans, there were consequences to her actions. The network had to take the incident seriously, and questions about whether any action would be taken against Spice began circulating. Would Spice face a suspension, or worse, be removed from the show altogether? Legal repercussions were also a possibility. The slap had occurred live on television, and it was unclear whether any legal ramifications might arise from the incident. Would Spice be held accountable for assault, or would the moment be brushed off as part of the spectacle that reality TV is known for? These were the questions that Spice, her fans, and even the network had to consider as the fallout unfolded. On the other side of the altercation, Jasmine's position was just as complicated. Would this incident give her the opportunity to play the victim and leverage the public's sympathy? Would she be able to turn the situation in her favor, using the slap as a way to gain favor with fans who felt sorry for her? Or would the slap make things worse for her, further isolating her from the rest of the cast. Jasmine's reputation had already been in the spotlight for various reasons, but this moment seemed to add fuel to the fire. Her public perception was already fragile, and this altercation didn't do her any favors. It was possible that this incident could be the final straw for Jasmine, causing her to lose favor with the cast and fans alike. The emotional backlash was already evident, with many fans questioning her behavior and sympathizing with Spice's frustration. The incident had the potential to alter Jasmine's standing on the show, and the road ahead was uncertain. As the dust settled, the immediate fallout of the altercation between Spice and Jasmine was clear. It had sparked an intense and widespread reaction. But what would this mean for the future of both Spice and Jasmine? Would Spice's bold move only serve to escalate tensions, or would it be the catalyst for an eventual reconciliation? Could Jasmine rebuild her image, or was this incident too damaging to overcome? In the end, the future of Spice, Jasmine, and the show itself remained uncertain. The slap had shaken the foundation of the show's dynamics, and it was unclear how things would play out. Would Spice continue to be a bold and unapologetic figure, or would the consequences of her actions catch up with her? Would Jasmine be able to regain her footing and re-establish her place in the narrative, or would this moment be her downfall? As the story continued to unfold, fans remained on edge, eagerly awaiting the next chapter in this heated drama. One thing was certain. The slap was far from the end, and it had set the stage for even more shocking moments in the reality TV world. This heated confrontation has left fans divided and the internet buzzing. But what do you think? Was Spice justified in slapping Jasmine, or did she go too far? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because in the world of reality TV, the drama never ends.